We're gonna try this. I found these the other day. These are retro ones. These are triple black. They're not in very good shape. The issue is the crease in the toe box. We're gonna give it a shot. All right, thrifters, welcome to my laundry room. We're gonna try this. I am not a shoe aficionado, but I do wear Jordans on a regular basis, and I sell a lot of shoes. I found these the other day. If you are remotely familiar with collectible shoes, you will know that this is a Jordan 1. This happens to be, these are retro ones is what they would be referred to as. This particular one is from 2014, and it is triple black. There would be 3 different colors on most Jordans. A lot of them you'll see will be red, white, and black. These are triple black. I paid $5.99 for them. And as they sit, they're probably a $30 pair of shoes. Maybe I'd have to include shipping to get 30 out of them because they're not in very good shape. The soles are not super great. There's some life left in them. But we're going to see if we can bring them back some. I've never done this. So I read a couple of vlogs. The issue is the crease in the toe box. And so I read a couple of articles on it. We're going to give it a shot. So like I said, we're in my laundry room. This is the top of the washing machine. And I've got a couple of things stuffed in there already. I'm just going to stuff some towels in there, enough to bring this up. Really cram it full so that it's stretched significantly. Because we're trying to stretch this crease out of it. This is hot water in this towel. It is damp. It is not wet. It's too wet. Hot water in this towel. It is damp. It is not wet. Just a little bit of drip in there. Not a big deal. You don't want to mess up the leather, but you do want it to be hot. You don't want to mess up the leather. You don't want to touch the iron when it's on. You do want to let that kind of soak in there. So we're going to let that set for a couple of minutes like that, and then we'll put the hot iron on it and not on my finger. So I'm back at it a couple minutes later. Just kind of trying to get it rocking. See how many applications I have to do to really get it to pop. This is more about learning to do it than it is about saving this particular pair of shoes. However, these are half a size too big for me. I got almost nothing into them, and they're a super classic look. So if I can just get them to where they're wearable for me, and I learn a little bit about restoring shoes, then that's fantastic. And so I'll include that in the video. It is a little creasy still. I don't know how much I'm going to get it to raise all the way out, but it ain't hurting nothing to just keep. I'm going to make a try to work that particular area where the line is, but not just like this. Like, work it like you're trying to clean that crease out of there. And I'm just saying this because that's what I'm thinking. I'm not an expert. I don't know. I'm just kind of trying to figure it out. That's what makes best sense to me. The heat's going to make the material expand, and really getting it down in there seems like that would be the way to get the heat to do the job that you want it to do. Increasingly confident that this is going to make a significant difference in these shoes. I did read that you should leave that stuffed as long as possible. We'll see how long I can leave it stuffed, or maybe I'll come back and stuff it again after I take it apart. All right, I think this is round 4. And I'm just kind of letting it sit for a minute, just checking on the kids, coming back and doing some more work. It does seem to be getting like incrementally better, a little bit at a time. I think the heat's making a huge difference. I don't want to burn the towel. You can hear it steaming. I don't want to burn the towel. I don't want to burn the shoe. But I think the heat is what is doing the work. So we'll see. I don't know if you guys can see a difference. I don't know if I'm imagining it. But they seem to be just a little teeny tiny bit better every time. Let me know, have you guys ever done stuff like this, restore stuff? I tend to like to do it because I hate to see cool stuff get tossed because somebody doesn't feel like doing 20 minutes worth of work on it. And these shoes, these are retro ones, and Goodwill decided they weren't worth more than $6 because of the condition that they were in. Man, it's getting so much better. Seems like it's almost entirely gone. And there's this one, and that one's getting there gone. This is just the main offender right here. But it's getting there. So here's something that I didn't think about is I stuffed this as tight as I could possibly pack it, right? And we talked about that. But then I feel like maybe it's pushing back as I go. So you may want to stuff the whole shoe like as much as you can get it, but without laces in it, which is how you want to do it because you really want that to open up. Without laces in it, it's a little tough to get the toe box stuffed. And now that I'm restuffing it, I need to be careful. I don't know if that was like that before, but I'm starting to see this plastic release, or that rubber release, just a very little bit, and I don't think it'll make a much difference if I don't make it worse. I mean, it's not like these are ever going to be $150 shoes, but I might be able to make them $65, $70 shoes instead of $25, $30 shoes. So is it worth your time to increase the value by $20, $25? Something to think about. I decided it was for me today because I want to figure out if it works. I want to see if it's worth doing. So it's worth trying. Everything's worth trying once, which is a statement that could get you into a lot of trouble in life. I'm real curious how that's going to look when I take the stuffing out of it, because it's stretched right now. But what's it going to look like when we take the stretching out? Man, that is significantly better. Before, see what this looks like when if I pack it and stretch it by comparison to what this looks like when it's packed and stretched. So yeah, I mean, when I stretch this, and I'm in the laundry room, I grabbed a pair of sweatpants. When I stretch that, it does not look nearly this good, which makes me think that it's going to look better when I just wanted to believe I wasn't wasting my time. I'm going to go ahead and start the process with the other one. Okay, so it's been a little more than an hour that this has been sitting. And like, I look at that and I'm like, wow, that sucks that that's still in there. But this is the before. Let's see what it looks like when I unstuff it. And I'll do it over here and see if I can make room for the before and after. This is not perfect. This would offend some sneaker collectors. So these are not horribly valuable because of that, but wow, aren't they so much better than they were before. Still in the middle stage with this one. We'll have to see if I can get that one any better. But just doing the process, the stuffing the shoe, getting it wet, running the iron over it, seems to definitely add some life, and added life means added value. So I don't want, for the first time somebody ever takes a step in this, for that to just show back up and me not realize it. So I'm going to commit a cardinal sin and flex that toe some. And it's not bad. I mean, it's not nearly like it was. So I'm a little bit dumb in that I didn't take a before shot before I started a video where I'm restoring something. But this is the after. Again, not perfect, but way better than they were. Like, the toes are in nice shape. There's just the crease where any shoe that's been walked in is going to be creased. And so I think overall that was worth doing. And certainly worth my time because I'm learning about it. And so I think I probably wouldn't pick them up in quite this bad a shape. Maybe I would, depending on the price. But hopefully you learned something.